All right, well, welcome back again. We're going to continue our discussion on how to graph piecewise functions. So here is a piecewise functions. I apologize for those that don't like my writing. Tough, all right? Well, in any case, what we have right here, we are once again graphing piecewise. Now, recall, these are made up of pieces of different equations that make up one particular function. So right here, we have our first function. I always start with the top one. So we have our first function. We're going to graph this first piece. So that's equation number one. Now, remember, we're looking at our domain. We got to follow this, all right? So look at our domain. And we're going to start for this first one is we're going to start with our first value. Look at that value. So we're going to start with number 5. So x and y, I'm going to plug this in here. We're going to start with 5. Now, 5 is not equal to, so it's going to be an open circle. All right, so open circle. Open circle. All right, and so we plug that in here, and we get is 0. Okay, because the square root, just so everybody knows, the square root of 0 is 0, and that's why that goes up there. All right, so let's go over a graph. I'm gonna graph this puppy. Oh, this is a horrible graph. I apologize, but all right, so we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna have 0 right there. And I'm changing color so I can see it. And go right there. Okay, now next one is we're going to plug in another value. So right here, well, we got to pick a value that's greater than 5. Now I'm going to plug in, I don't know, let's plug 6. All right, plug in 6. So when we have this, 6 minus 1, well, that's the square root of 1, which is equal to 1. And so we're going to go 1 right here. So we go to 6 and 1, and we have that. I'll put it in my dot, and we got that right there. Now from here, we can put in other values and try to figure out what those values are. But this is, if you graph it, this is a little, all right, square root function. So it's going to go like this. All right. Kind of look like that if you kind of sketch it out. So it's for only x values that are going to be greater than equal. Oops, I screwed up right here. Probably need to take this and erase a little bit. I'm going to get a tiny bit. Boop. All right, because if you recall, we said that was an open circle, all right? Open circle. So we're going to do open circle right here at 5, and now I close 1. All right. So now we got this first piece graphed. Let's go to the second piece. All right. So our second piece, our second function, is a parabola. All right, a parabola. And this graph starts at, well, we're going to start at 5. And all values less than 5. Because it's equal to, we actually can plug in 5 into this one. All right, so let's check this out. So I'm going to plug in 5. This is a closed circle. So when I plug in 5 in here, we have 5 squared plus 5 minus 1. So 25, 30, 29. Holy moly, great googly moly. Is that right? 5 squared, 25. Yeah, plus 5 is 30. 30 minus 1, 29. All right. I might go by a little. Okay, so we'll say this is going to be, I think 1. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. All right, so there we have it right there, 29. It's going to be a closed circle, all right, at 529. All right. Oh, boy. And every value less than that. Now, to make this a little bit nicer and a little bit easier, I guess we'll go through and we'll figure this out. All right, so let's go and let's see, okay, what is our next value? All right, let's put in 4. Okay, we put in a 4. 4 squared plus 4 minus 1. It's going to be 16 plus 4 is 20, 19. All right, cool. All right, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's about right there. I'll put a closed circle because all values less than it. We put in a 3. Check this out. So 3 squared plus 3 minus 1. 9 plus 12. 11. All right, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, about right there. We put in a 2. All right, put in a 2 here. So 2 squared plus 2 minus 1 be 4, 6, 5. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And we can put in a 1 here if we want. All right, we got 1 plus 1 squared plus 1 minus 1. All right, 2 and 1. 1, 1. Nice. Plug in 0 into here. Let's go all the way down to 0. See what happens to the parabola. So 0. We have negative 1. All right. 0 is going to be negative 1. We got that. All right. And as we go, all right, plug in negative 1. I'm going to just put in negative 1 right here. Negative 1 squared minus 1 minus 1. What do we got here? Negative be 1, 0, negative 1. So negative 1 is, yeah, right? What is 0, negative 1? Okay. All right, all right. Negative 1 right there. Is that right? Okay. Probably, I'm guessing something like so. All right. So it's squared. 1, 0, negative 1. Yeah, that's right. All right, so we plug in negative 1. All right, it's going to be right there. And all right. So yeah, we have negative 1. I bet if we plugged in a negative 2, I'm just curious to see what that would be. I'm guessing it's probably going to give us 1. But let's just see, negative 2 squared be negative 2 minus 1, 4, 4, 2, and 1. Yeah, it is 1. What do you know? All right, and there we got our little symmetry action going here. So it's probably going to be something like that, and it's going to go up, and right here, connect the dots there, and we keep on going. All right, but that's what our graph is going to look like. All right, so for all of x values less than or equal to 5, we have this parabola, which starts at 5 and everything less than that. We have our little square root function, goes this way. So this together, these two graphs make up this function f of x. And that's how we graph piecewise functions. You can use a little table. Just make sure when you do the table that you understand, all right, which function, what values you're plugging in. Always start these first values right here. Understand what the open circle is, so you have that, and the other one's going to be a closed circle. All right, and the reason why we have that is because we have to contemplate all the values that are leading up to 5, right? So you're talking about like 5.00001, and all values are really, really close to 5. So when you don't plug that open circle here, a lot of students will just start with 6, you miss a whole entire gap of different values that you need. All right, well, I hope this helps you out. We're going to do one more video after this, and hopefully this will allow you to graph piecewise functions a little bit better. All right, good luck and God bless.